commitment on the early show.
Tuesday, these pirates were cut adrift. Now they're back.
I'm so scared.
Can they retake the ship? New Pirate Master, CBS Tuesday.
The standoff with police in Virginia Beach ends peacefully, but has a strange twist because of who was involved. We're live on the scene. And new developments in that sex abuse case that rocked the Catholic Church. Next.
In a very negative world, he is the most positive person I know.
The scripture tells us we got to think on things that are of a good report, things that build us up.
I listened to him, I liked him, now getting back into church and everything.
It's just a sign of hope for the new generation.
If you'll just keep your hopes up and stay in an attitude of faith, then the best is yet to come.
It's way different than any traditional sermons that we've heard.
Discover the champion in you.
Hampton Roads. When you need to know, get your News Channel 3 on the go. Your News Channel 3 is now wireless. Get the latest weather with News Channel 3 triple Doppler radar right on your cell phone. Want to know where the traffic types are? Check out News Channel 3's live traffic cams on your cell phone. Local news, sports, weather, and even school closings and lottery numbers on your cell phone. It's easy, simple, and just a click away. Visit WTKR.com to get your News Channel 3 on the go today.
We're live on the scene of a police standoff in Virginia Beach. The people involved, the parents of two teenage girls killed in a tragic crash. The Catholic Church about to pay a landmark settlement over sex abuse by priests. And the man who killed a Norfolk police officer stood before a judge this morning to find that if he'll live or die. We're live with the sentence.
Right now, you're watching your News Channel 3. Live from the Virginia Beach Town Center, Kurt Williams. And from the Triple Doppler Forecast Center, weather with meteorologist Patrick Rocky. This is your News Channel 3 at noon.
Good afternoon. I'm Kurt Williams, live in our Virginia Beach newsroom at Town Center. Police. He got into an argument with his girlfriend, and you will recognize both people immediately. They are the parents of two teenage girls killed in a tragic car crash in Virginia Beach that made national headlines. Your News Channel 3's Dominique Benn live in Pungo with this story. Dominique?
Police say after an argument with his girlfriend, David Kuhnhart barricaded himself inside of this home I'm standing in front of, his home, early this morning. Now, the name may sound familiar. Kuhnhart was the father of Allison Kuhnhart, the teen killed in that tragic Virginia Beach accident earlier this year. Her best friend, Tessa Trishon, was also killed in that accident. Police say the latest incident happened at this home and involved the parents of the two girls, David Kuhnhart and Colette Trishon. The two were dating, and police say the couple got into an argument at Mr. Kuhnhart's Pungo Ferry Landing home at 625 Planners Court just before 1 o'clock Monday morning. Police say Kuhnhart hit Ms. Trishon, who then left the home and called police, while David Kuhnhart barricaded himself inside of the home. Police say there were weapons inside of the home, one reason the SWAT team and crisis negotiators were called out.
They eventually made contact with him, and a negotiator successfully talked him out of the house at 444. Now, in the meantime, investigators obtained a warrant for his arrest for simple assault, so we did take him into custody.
And we have just learned from the Virginia Beach Police Department that Mr. Kuhnhart was giving a $1,500 recognizance bond, which simply means that he just needs to give his signature. However, he is being detained for evaluation. For now, reporting live in the Pungo section of Virginia Beach, Dominique Benn, News Channel 3.
For the second time in less than a month, another sailboat has hit the power lines that cross St. Julian's Creek in Chesapeake and burst into flames. The most recent accident happened yesterday morning just after 10. Fire officials say one man was on board the sailboat and he had to abandon ship immediately. But look at these pictures right here. Person on a jet ski pulled him from the water and took him to shore. Medics took the man to the hospital with burns on his feet. People who live along the creek say something needs to be done to prevent another accident.
The end there, where you first enter through here, I think they need to put signs on either side, you know, warning people.
The Army Corps of Engineers has a meeting planned this morning to try to resolve the problem. Virginia Beach firefighters were out early this morning working on a fire at Annie's Beauty Salon. That's in the Great Neck Village Shopping Center, and that's right off Great Neck Road between Shore Drive and First Colonial Road. The fire started just before 4 and took firefighters about half an hour to get it under control. Crews are on the scene still looking for hot spots and figuring out how it started, and thankfully, no one was hurt. A judge in Norfolk agrees with the jury that a cop killer will die for his crime. This past March, a Virginia jury recommended the death sentence for Thomas Porter. And News Channel 3's Giovanna Burchard joins us live from our Norfolk studio with the latest developments. Giovanna?
Well, Thomas Porter is set to be executed on February 4th of 2008. Porter spoke to the court today pleading for his life, but the judge wasn't buying it, calling Porter a predator to society, a man who deserves to die for killing Norfolk police officer Stanley Reeves. Treva Reeves, the officer's widow, left the Norfolk court this morning flanked by officers, releasing only a statement saying they are still missing Stanley and trying to understand why this happened. Thomas Porter killed Officer Reeves in the Park Place section of Norfolk in 2005, shooting him 3 times execution style. Porter's attorneys are filing appeals, and already there's a motion for a new trial. Whether that happens, though, doesn't change the prosecution's feelings that Thomas Porter's actions affected more than just one family.
I never saw a flicker of remorse from Thomas Porter from the beginning to today. I don't think there is any remorse. I don't think he appreciates what he did, the enormity of what he did, and why it affected the hearts of so many people.
And right after the judge upheld the death sentence, Porter shook his head and, quote, said, crazy. He's being held in the Hampton Roads Regional Jail. Typically, when someone in Virginia is sentenced to die, the execution takes place in 5 to 8 years of the given sentencing date. That is after the appeal process is complete. Giovanna Burchard, your News Channel 3.
As the violence continues in Iraq, President Bush says he is standing firm on his war strategy, and many Republicans say that they will stand with him for now. But they say that may change after the next report on progress in September. The Defense Department just released this new video, though, of the way it's trying to make a difference in Iraq. The video shows an attack on the hideout of a suspected builder of car bombs southeast of Baghdad. American forces dropped 2 500-pound bombs on a house. Some lawmakers dropped verbal bombs on each other during the Sunday morning talk shows. Virginia Senator Jim Webb and South Carolina Republican Lindsey Graham got into a heated exchange over the length of current deployments.
Somebody needs to speak up for them rather than simply defending what this president
When they re-enlist in the highest numbers anywhere else in the
this
military,
is one thing I really take objection to is politicians.
Let them win. Let them win. They want to win. Let them win.
Is politicians who try to put their political views into the mouths of soldiers. You can look at.
Yeah, they were getting into it yesterday morning. Webb has proposed an amendment to the war authorization bill that would guarantee our troops as much time home as they spend deployed. The Senate rejected that proposal. Webb says if the government can't guarantee some kind of break for combat troops, our strategy in the war needs to change. As that debate continues, tonight at 5, there are new questions about the way the government has equipped our troops. USA Today reports that the Pentagon denied repeated pleas from commanders in Iraq for safer vehicles. 2 U.S. senators say as many as 700 deaths would have been prevented if those troops had more armor on their vehicles. So do you think the government has been irresponsible in the way it equips our troops? Go to WTKR.com and click the flashing I button. Tell us what you think, and we'll have your comments and much more of Senator Jim Webb's fiery debate during our interactive newscast at 5. Still ahead on your News Channel 3 at noon, an earthquake rocks parts of Japan, forcing thousands to evacuate. Now officials are worried about radiation leaks from a nuclear power plant. 500 people will soon be millionaires as part of a record payoff to victims abused by Catholic priests. Hear why some say the money isn't enough.
And Kurt, already some storms beginning to flare up, and it looks like it's going to be a stormy week for us, but there is a change in the pattern ahead, and I'll have that coming up in your 10-day forecast, and I'll have the answer to today's weather trivia question. A blue glow that often precedes a lightning strike at night is called what? Is that blue glow called St. Elmo's fire, a Dart leader, or blue velvet? I'll have that answer coming up.
From Bright Creek to Crab Creek, your News Channel 3 at noon is back right after this break.
First time in America, the concert event ABBA fans have been waiting for. The smash hit Sing Along with ABBA, a live concert. Your favorite ABBA songs with lyrics on the big screen. Everyone joins in. Sing Along ABBA, with magic moment goodie bags that makes you part of the show. July 19th at Chrysler Hall. Tickets at Ticketmaster.
Here's your chance to win Josh Groban tickets. Watch The Ellen Show this week on your News Channel 3. Look for the words Win Josh Groban tickets on your screen. Be the third caller to win. See Josh Groban live in concert from Live Nation and your News Channel 3.
Imagine how good it would feel to really be proud of your smile. You can do it with affordable dentures. We can make a real difference. You can get dentures the same day if you come in early enough. You don't even need an appointment. Our dentures are made in this office from materials accepted by the American Dental Association. Call 1-800-DENTURE for more information. We'll improve your smile at a price you really can afford.
My wife, she was concerned when I said I wanted to say goodbye to our telephone company forever. It's so expensive. She said, but we can't miss a call from our grandkids. Well, Cox Digital Telephone Service made it easy. We've got all the features we want, plus we kept our phone number. And best of all, we get one low monthly price. She said, I'll believe it when I see it. Now she's a believer.
Start saving more than ever with Cox Digital Telephone Service. Get more than ever for less than $20 a month every month. Call 757-609-3907. Whether you talk a lot or whether you talk a little, Cox has a low-cost plan for you. Call now for Cox Digital Telephone Service, 757-609-3907. Make the easy switch to Cox and start saving.
The leader of the nation's largest archdiocese is expected in a California courtroom today, formalizing the largest ever settlement in a sex abuse case involving Catholic priests. As your News Channel 3's Drew Levinson reports, the Los Angeles Archdiocese will pay out $660 million to victims in this sex abuse scandal.
It's by far the largest payout since the sex scandal broke in 2002. The Los Angeles Archdiocese has agreed to pay a $660 million settlement to the victims of sexual abuse. The settlement was reached just before the first civil trial was set to begin, and Stephen Sanchez was ready to testify about the priest he says abused him as a boy.
No matter how much money you give me, I can't take that check and cash it someplace where they make me 10 years old again.
The $660 million payout will include $1 million to each of the 508 victims. So far, nationwide, the accusations have cost the Catholic Church more than $2 billion. In Los Angeles, none of the settlement money will come out of the parish budgets. Instead, insurance and the sale of church properties will help cover the cost.
This long journey has now come to an end.
Cardinal Roger Mahoney has long been accused of covering up the scandal.
The one thing I wish I could give the victims, I cannot, and that is a restoration to where they were originally.
Many victims say this payout will not restore what they've lost.
It just means that I will be able to pay for some of the treatments I should have gotten long ago.
Despite the settlement, many victims want to make sure the church, which avoided a trial and potentially embarrassing revelations, does not turn a blind eye to abuse in the future. Drew Levinson, CBS News.
A strong earthquake hit Japan, killing people and causing radioactive material to leak from a nuclear power plant. The quake registered 6.7. It hit northwestern Japan this morning, forcing the evacuation of at least 2,000 people. Hundreds are injured. 7 people were killed. Police say the victims were crushed when buildings fell on them, and now there are reports that water containing radioactive material leaked at a nuclear power plant following the quake. Before we head to the break, take a quick look at today's noon postcard from Heather Daniel in Virginia Beach.
We're breaking with tradition for a summer salad classic that they're going to start giving you a lot of thanks for. You'll see.
We've been married for over 50 years. And we're still together. But Betty had a stroke and had to go to a nursing home. It's $7,000 a month. Our savings weren't enough. I thought we might even have to sell the house. I went to Oast & Hook for help. We kept the house, and we've got a financial plan for the rest of our lives. She may never be able to come home, but it'll always be here for her.
The mental decline of Alzheimer's can be
frightening to the patient and loved ones. Memories should not be taken for granted. That's why we're conducting a research study of a new investigational drug to treat dementia and those with Alzheimer's. Study-related care is provided at no cost. Remember, research studies help doctors find ways to improve Alzheimer's care. If you or a loved one has memory loss or Alzheimer's, call 1-866-999-6565 or visit alzstudy.com.
When it came time to get my carpet cleaned, Simple and Quick sounded pretty good. But apparently Simple and Quick didn't mean doing a great job. I had to call Stanley Steamer for that. What a difference. Stanley Steamer moved my furniture, they took the time they needed, and they did a superior job.
Time to get your carpet cleaned? Call today about our $99 special.
Call 1-800-STEAMER. Stanley Steamer gets carpet cleaner.
I don't believe it.
Yeah.
It wasn't anything like I expected.
Yeah.
There were no pushy salesmen?
Yeah.
At Hall, we never had any. Instead, we have smart, friendly people whose one goal is to make sure you get the vehicle that's right for you, all with the Hall no-strings guarantee. That's the way we do business. Relax, you'll get used to it.
You got a great deal on this car.
Yeah.
Hall Automotive. More cars, great people.
Each year, thousands of Virginia kids fail kindergarten, all because they were behind from the start. 25% of kids who are held back live in Southampton Roads. We're Smart Beginnings, a nonprofit grassroots effort dedicated to making sure Southampton Roads kids are prepared for kindergarten. Too often, kids who start out behind in kindergarten stay behind in life. But if we all work together, we can change that. Visit our website to find out how you can help. Smart Beginnings, ready for school, ready for life.
All right, Patrick, we're live outside our Virginia Beach newsroom, and got a bit of a breeze, but still a little soupy out here.
Yeah, we've got a lot of humidity and a lot of heat. We're in mid-July, after all, so we should be. And you know that's a chance of some showers and storms as we head toward the afternoon. But also mid-July means we're about a month and a half into the hurricane season, and you're probably thinking, gosh, it's been so quiet. Actually, we're a little bit above normal. Remember, we've already had 2 named storms, and typically we don't see our first named storm until July 10th, and our second named storm doesn't come until August 6th, so we're a little bit ahead of schedule there. We can typically expect our first hurricane by August 14th and our first major hurricane on September 3rd, and it looks like the busiest part of the hurricane season is usually in the first half of September. So let's see what's happening in the tropics right now, and as we head out and check out the Gulf of Mexico, the Caribbean, and the Atlantic, quiet, quiet, and quiet right now, so let's keep our fingers crossed that it stays that way. We'll get a live look out here at home, and well, there's a lot going on out there at the Bayfront. This is from our camera atop the Westminster Canterbury building. Folks certainly enjoying the cooler waters there in the Chesapeake Bay, and we need those cooler waters because it's a little hot and muggy today. Let's also head to the peninsula around the city center at Oyster Point in Newport News. This is always a pretty good way to tell just how humid it is out there, whether we can see the Moonlander at NASA Langley. We see the Omni Hotel there, that's at the front, and then in the right-hand corner of your screen, you see the Moonlander right there at NASA Langley, so we can actually see it, so maybe it's not quite that humid and hazy just yet, but that's going to change. And you know, the heat and humidity oftentimes give us showers and storms. Right now on triple Doppler radar, we are seeing some showers and storms around the southern outer banks along the Crystal Coast, or actually just offshore right now. But here close to home, about the only thing we're seeing popping right now is a few light showers on the southern shores of the Albemarle Sound. But right now we're sweeping dry across the rest of northeastern North Carolina and all of Hampton Roads. So yesterday we had some showers and storms that kind of affected the Outer Banks. As a matter of fact, even had a waterspout that touched down around the Rodanthe area as a tornado. But right now we've got that mix of clouds and sunshine, some hazy sunshine. And this is a little trough of low pressure, an elongated area of low pressure that's just off to our northwest. And that could kind of be the focus for some showers and storms as we head toward the afternoon. But really, we're talking about the pop-up variety as we take you through the afternoon. See all that green over top of us. We're not going to be wet from beginning to end, but we do have that chance of a few showers and storms popping up. Then things quiet down as we head through the overnight hours, and we start the process all over again tomorrow with a chance of some showers and storms firing up in the heat and the humidity. So what's the chance you're going to get wet weather where you live today? Best shot will be across Carolina, a 40% chance. The rest of us in Hampton Roads, a 30% chance. And you're going to see that just about every day. So you're not guaranteed wet weather every day, but you add all those chances together and you'll likely see some wet weather anyway at your house. And I know your lawn will appreciate it. Mine will. 89 right now in Norfolk, upper 80s also in Portsmouth and Smithfield, and for Gloucester and Newport News, we're at 91 currently in Williamsburg and 93 in Franklin. Mid mid-80s along the Albemarle and for the Outer Banks right now. And you factor in the humidity, and it feels like 101 degrees right now in Franklin. It's steamy out there. Feels like 98 in Williamsburg. Mid-90s also your heat index in Norfolk. And we have 9-mile-per-hour winds at Oceana and Virginia Beach. Little breezier as we head to the peninsula. 14-mile-per-hour winds at Nassau, Langley, and Hampton. 12 at the Newport News Williamsburg Airport. So here's a look at your Hair Day forecast for today. And our winds are from the southwest today, and they'll be around 10 to 15 miles per hour. And we're talking about high humidity, so we are calling it a ponytail kind of day for you. Here's a look at your boating forecast, and winds are going to be from the southwest at around 10 to 15 knots on the Chesapeake Bay today. And you see the water temperature around 76 degrees, waves running 1 to 2 feet. A little warmer water temperature out in the Atlantic at 78. 2 to 3 foot seas expected in the open waters, and 2 to 3 foot waves for the Sounds of North Carolina. That's a little choppier for the Sounds because the winds will be a little gustier. Southwest at 15 to 20 knots and 80-degree water temperature. High tide at Sewell's Point came at 11:17 this morning, and low tide comes at 5:19 this afternoon. Here's a look at the weather and your health. Air quality will be on the fair side today, so there'll be a little bit of pollution around. Pollen levels will be low. UV index will be high. You see lots of sunshine out there, kind of that milky sunshine that can kind of fool you. You don't think it can burn you, but it will. And mosquito activity will be moderate later on this evening. So this afternoon's triple Doppler forecast, hot, slight risk of storms. We'll see temperatures climbing into the mid-90s and then mid-70s for overnight lows. It looks like a few storms early on in the evening and then just mainly cloudy skies in the overnight and then a mix of clouds and sunshine around for your Tuesday. Few thunderstorms once again, and once again, high temperatures in the low and mid-90s. Here's a look at your exclusive 10-day triple Doppler forecast. And remember, this is always available on our website 24 hours a day at WTKR.com. So, yeah, it looks like a broken record, doesn't it? I think the hottest day this week actually may be Wednesday with high temperatures in the mid and upper 90s. And then we drop a little bit on Thursday, a little more on Friday, so heading in the right direction. And as we head into the weekend, looks like our temperatures will drop into the mid-80s and humidity will drop as well. So that is certainly good news for us. Let's talk weather trivia now, Kurt. A blue glow that often precedes a lightning strike at night is called what? Is that called St. Elmo's fire? Is that called a dart leader? Or is that called blue velvet? I almost sang, didn't I?
Are you going to hum a few bars? Let's see. Blue Velvet is a nice song that you were trying to sing, so we'll cross that off. St. Elmo's Fire, a movie, which is, depending on your view, whether it was a good movie or not. We like Dart Leader. That's what we're going with.
Dart Leader does have to do with lightning, but actually, St. Elmo's Fire, and if you watch that 80s movie, they kind of explain what that was, and that is that blue glow that may happen just before lightning strikes.
All right, can you sing a little more Blue Velvet for us?
I cannot, and the viewers at home are saying, yes, do not.
All right, thanks, Patrick.
Sure.
All right, so you want a filling meal, but you don't want to break into a sweat preparing it. Mr. Food has a recipe that puts a twist on a summer salad.
If we're sticklers for tradition and only enjoy sweet potatoes for the holidays, we're missing out on this delicious, nutritious potato powerhouse all the rest of the year. Now, how do we fix that? By breaking with tradition for a new spin on a classic summer salad. Well, watch. What we do is peel and cut 5 sweet potatoes, it's about 2 pounds, into 1-inch chunks, and we cook them till they're fork tender, maybe 10-15 minutes. We drain them, and then in a large bowl combine a cup of mayo, 1/4 cup of honey, a tablespoon of yellow mustard, a 1/2 cup of chopped walnuts, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Now you add the potatoes, you mix them till they're coated, and you just let them chill up in the fridge. Yeah, that's it. Is that simple enough? And whether we're packing a picnic basket for the park or just stepping out our own back door, just to do some grilling, either way, we've got colorful, slightly sweet, and super flavorful, rich and crunchy, all rolled into one good-for-us salad. I mean, that'll pair with any of our favorite, from sandwiches to hot-off-the-grill chicken or burgers or ribs. I mean, you name it, and it's your success. And if you'd like the recipe, just send a self-addressed stamped envelope marked Sweet Potato Salad to me, Mr. Food, right here at the station. Or you know what? Check it out online for pulling a switch on that same old potato salad with a healthy alternative that'll cause a big flurry of attention to your wizardry. It'll be like Thanksgiving in summer. Well, there'll be a lot of thanks. They'll be thanking us for the, ooh, it's so good.
We're back right after this.
Your News Channel 3 is brought to you by the Rescue Squads of Virginia Beach.
Lives need saving. Start with yours. Join the volunteer rescue squads of Virginia Beach.
What percentage of Americans would call police if they saw a Mexican citizen sneaking into the U.S.? If you know what America's thinking...
Seems easy, right?
You could win $10 million.
What percentage of married Americans said they were virgins the day they got married? Define virgin, that's what I say. Are you married? Not yet. Not yet? Well, of course, because you live with your parents.
Through Carrie Host, The Power of 10. Premieres Tuesday, August 7th. To apply to be a contestant, go to CBS.com.
I really want to be like my dad when I grow up.
I'm a professional chef and restaurant owner.
And if you ever try potato salad, that sure is good.
If you're not using Dukes in your potato salad, you're missing out on one of the main ingredients.
For 90 years, Southern cooks have depended on Dukes. Its smooth, creamy texture tastes more like homemade.
He makes people really happy.
Obviously, something this good is hard to keep a lid on.
I wouldn't try another brand just because it wouldn't respect my potato salad.
Dukes, the secret of great Southern cooks.
My wife, she was concerned when I said I wanted to say goodbye to our telephone company forever. It's so expensive. She said, but we can't miss a call from our grandkids. Well, Cox Digital Telephone Service made it easy. We've got all the features we want, plus we kept our phone number. And best of all, we get one low monthly price. She said, I'll believe it when I see it. Now she's a believer.
Start saving more than ever with Cox Digital Telephone Service. Get more than ever for less than $20 a month every month. Call 757-609-3907. Whether you talk a lot or whether you talk a little, Cox has a low-cost plan for you. Call now for Cox Digital Telephone Service. 757-609-3907. Make the easy switch to Cox and start saving.
Hampton Roads. When you need to know, get your News Channel 3 on the go. Your News Channel 3 is now wireless. Get the latest weather with News Channel 3 triple Doppler radar right on your cell phone. Want to know where the traffic types are? Check out News Channel 3's live traffic cams on your cell phone. Local news, sports, weather, and even school closings and lottery numbers on your cell phone. It's easy, simple, and just a click away. Visit WTKR.com to get your News Channel 3 on the go today. The Intertribal Festival, July 21st and 22nd at the Hampton Coliseum.
Colombian police have confiscated a huge shipment of drugs that could have soon been on the streets of the U.S. And listen to where they found the stuff. Police discovered over 500 pounds of cocaine stuffed inside this piano that was headed to Panama. Now, that is about $5 million worth of pure cocaine. Officers seized the piano to port when they realized that the piano was too heavy, and they did some snooping around. Colombia police say traffickers have found creative means of camouflaging their drugs for export. 90% of the cocaine consumed in the United States comes from Colombia. Live look outside. This is the place to be if you have the day off. Triple Doppler update is coming up next.
Here's your chance to win VIP passes to see Chicago at the Navy Concert Series Friday, July 27th. One lucky winner will get 4 VIP passes, plus go backstage to meet members of the band. Your News Channel 3 will even pick you up in a limo from Atlantic Limousines and take you to and from the concert. Visit WTKR.com to register and then watch Your News Channel 3 on Wednesday, July 25th. You could be the lucky winner to see Chicago live in concert from Your News Channel 3.
Red, yellow, orange, green. Put more color in your diet. Fruits and vegetables are loaded with vitamins, minerals, fiber, and protective plant chemicals to help you stay healthy. Make them a part of your family's diet. Fruits and vegetables, the original fast food.
Seriously hurt? You can't just tell a greedy, stingy insurance company you mean business. You have to show them. Prove you can kick the stuffing out of them in court time after time. If you want more money, better benefits, bigger awards, pick the lawyer with a 30-year track record for winning big money. Call a real lawyer. Lowell the Hammer Stanley. 459-CASH. Go after the big money. Call 459-CASH.
Move it for your health, Hampton Roads. For more information on nutrition classes in your area, call 1-888-814-SMART or visit us on the web for great opportunities for your kids and how you can stretch your food dollars. Move it for your health, Hampton Roads.
Okay, so it's mid-July, so I guess we really can't complain about this.
You were just telling me earlier you like the heat and humidity. And
I like the heat when I can get to the beach. When I can't get to the beach, then it's like I'm just suffering like everybody else.
Well, we do have some beach weather for you this week. It is going to be hot and muggy. If you are going to the beach or doing anything outdoors, though, keep your eyes to the sky just about any time, especially in the afternoons. You'll see showers and storms popping up. But we do have a cooling trend as we head toward Friday and into the weekend. We'll see high temperatures in the mid-80s, Kurt.
All right. Appreciate it, Patrick. Thanks for joining News Channel 3 at noon. The Young and the Restless, that is coming up next. Have a great afternoon. Join us again at 5.
I was surprised at how much I lost in the first week, and that was all the motivation I needed to continue.
Introducing the new Excel program. It's fast, easy, and real weight loss.
It was very flexible. It fit my lifestyle, and it showed me results right away, and I knew I can do it.
I lost 75 pounds in 39 weeks. I love the way I look now. I love it.
What are you waiting for? Call LA Weight Loss now.
Lose weight for only $3 a week plus the cost of LA Lights. Call 1-800-526-SLIM.
It's the law firm of Kalfas and Nachman about the settlement demand.
Tell them I'm looking it over right now.
They know we're at lunch. They know we're here.
Have we taken care of it?
No.
Tell them something. Anything.
That's not going to work. They're filing suit today.
Check, please.
Tell them you mean business. Call Kalfas and Nachman on the Hurt Line.
We have a family room, a media room, and a backyard, but somehow everyone always ends up in my kitchen along with their messes. That's when I call Stanley Steamer. In no time, they get my tile and grout clean and my kitchen looking like new. Now, if only it would stay that way.
Time to get your tile and grout clean? Call and get 10% off tile and grout cleaning.
Call 1-800-STEAMER. Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
For today's Triple Doppler forecast, visit WTKR.com.
Sin has a new city. Viva Laughlin. Sundays this fall on CBS.